What's up, everybody? Hey, it's your boy Tvshka. It is the Fantasy First Round. It's my boy Josh. We are in the building, and we are so incredibly fucking pissed, man.
Hurt, pissed, apocalypse.
Oh,
but you know what?
I hate
it happens.
I hate
Thankfully, I wasn't playing him, but I was playing everyone else, and they were on Jason's team.
Yep. Gives me a break. All right, gives me a break. We'll just put it out there, man. I told you about how dumb this matchup is, and won't let me pull it up. But here we go. So I have Amon-Ra St. Brown. All right, excited about him. He did great. Rachaad White, not so much. Waiting on the Seahawks defense, see what they do. But I played Jared Goff, David Montgomery, Jameson Williams, St. Laporta, the Lions defense, and the kicker Bates, dude. 6 on one freaking team. That's so dumb. It's also probably why they only scored 74 fantasy points. Anyways, hopefully you folks at home, hopefully you scored a lot more than that. Josh, man, how was your weekend, bud?
It was not great, but those lines didn't make you very prideful with their performance. Yeah. I was sitting on that dad joke for a second. But anyway, now that I got that out of the way, my team were hurt, about to be apocalypsed. So this is a good show for. See, I'm not panicking. You see this panic? Not panicking. Happens. Part of it. And you stick to this show, we'll tell you why I'm not panicking. Yeah.
I'm gonna do. Flip out, man.
Now, it's mainly because my Louisville Cardinals beat the Miami Hurricanes, the number 2 ranked team in the nation, which people thought were which they'll have a lot of names called on the NFL. Won't be their stud wide receiver because he's a true freshman. But that's one reason I'm not panicking. Number 2 is if you like your team, don't panic. This is part of fantasy football. Bad luck happens. Baker had an off game. Jared Goff had an off game. Everyone else not named Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jahmyr Gibbs had an off game in this game, which we thought would be a high-scoring back-and-forth affair, and the Lions said no.
No, they didn't. Hopefully our boy, C.J. Stroud, can get us across that finish line in the Dynasty League. But, man, let's just go ahead. Let's hit it off the top, man. Let's talk about some of these studs. Because they definitely came through for you guys this week. That's right. We're talking about the top 10, ladies and gentlemen. And here we go. Right. Meow. Meow. Sorry, did you say meow? For like a whole minute. Blacko, what are we doing, dog? Absolutely hilarious. If you guys paid attention to the weekend, it was pretty hectic. I mean, you had one of the best NFL games that we've seen, at least fourth quarter comebacks. The first 3 quarters was absolutely brutal to try to pay attention to or watch. But the Denver Broncos come back, being down 19-0 going to the fourth quarter, and scored 33 points, which is the most, but definitely in that kind of comeback and deficit. But it also, the very last possession they got where they kicked the winning field goal, they got it with 33 seconds left. And Demaryius Thomas was recognized and actually has a bust there at the stadium there in Denver, and really was just, kind of getting more memorialized everywhere. I know Sutton was wearing hoodies and, doing a lot kind of in that honor. But he passed away tragically at 33 years old. So a lot of 33s, man. Scottie Pippins. A lot of Scottie Pippins going on.
A lot of pips.
Yeah. What other games kind of stood out? I mean, I know we're going to get into the individual players, but I mean, what other games it was just pure cinema or pure football that you really enjoyed watching?
I know we have the sound bite, but I'm just going to play it because of this game.
Something about Flacco that I missed. I can't quite put my finger on it, but there was something I trusted more about Flacco.
Something about Flacco, man.
Yeah. Dude, the old folks game delivered.
Icy hot bowl. Yeah.
Icy hot bowl, old folks game, whatever you want to call it.
I could use some icy hot too.
Right. but I mean, Flacco, Rodgers, welcome. See what happens when you give them a quarterback that just says, "Oh, F it. Jamar Chase is on my team. Let me just throw it in his vicinity and he'll probably catch it. Oh, wait, T. Higgins is on my team. Let me just throw it in his vicinity every 12 balls we don't throw to Jamar Chase because he had like 25 targets."
Yeah, 23 targets. Yeah.
23 targets. But it's just like,
it's
what is Joe Flacco going to do? He can't move. Just throw it to number 1. Throw it to 5. They'll do the rest. And people are like, and all the Jamar Chase owners were like, finally.
He's come back to the points. And speaking of the points, top 10, just going to take a look at the overall, kind of looking at that. But yeah, you got Bo Nix coming at the top at 40 points. Again, this is in our Ruckus League. If you do want to join us, sign up in the Discord. You can catch on the train next year. But that is full PPR, and with for quarterbacks, touchdowns are 4 points, correct? Yeah. And so, so Bo Nix getting 40 points. McCaffrey coming in with 39. Jamar Chase, 38. Gibbs at 37. Maybe a little bit more now that the game is concluded. But, I mean, he had, 28 or 30 of those points within the first half. Absolutely incredible showing. But then
him and Bo Nix switched places of, like, where all the points came from.
Yeah. And then Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Coming in right behind, getting 34 points. Devontae Smith getting 33. Herbert 30. Dart 29. That losing affair, still a good showing though from the Rook. And another rookie tight end getting 29, which we'll talk more about. And McBride getting 29. I mean, anything on the initial overall kind of catches your eye?
No, just welcome Jamar Chase. When you have a quarterback that just throws it your way, this is good things happen. Some other guys we'll get to, but that's as far as what sticks out to me. Is crazy that Bo Nix did all of that in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in one quarter. Yeah, imagine if he actually starts off wanting to play
right
beginning of the game.
They just spot him points at that. Like I was telling you, like they need to spot Bo Nix 20 points and go, okay, I guess you can play now. It's like,
yeah.
I feel, and I don't know. I've never thought I'd feel bad for. I've got that pity point for Giants fans. Like I don't feel bad for. I just pity you. Like that's even worse. But I do. Just like you talk so much crap, and I like those two guys behind center. They like make your team fun. Like I like watching them now because of what Dart and Scatterboo do. Exactly. Yeah. We're about to get a sunshine drop for Jackson Dart if he keeps doing what he's doing.
Right. Like that.
But enough. But yeah, that's just. But come on, Giants. Your defensive line is way too good for allowing that.
Yeah. They are. Anyways, we're not talking about defense lines, man. We're talking about offense, bro. Talking about offense, and the leaders of that offense are quarterbacks. Top 10 quarterbacks are going to be Bo Nix, which we're talking about. Getting 5 rushing attempts for 48 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's dumb. Like he did better than most running backs this whole weekend. But then he also had 27 completions on 50 attempts for 279 yards and 2 touchdowns. Then you got Herbert coming in second place there with their losing affair against Indianapolis, getting 30 points. He too getting 6 rushing attempts for 31 yards, but 37 for 55. I mean, hit that drop. Hit that drop, fantasy footballers. Getting a pretty sweet 420, man. On his yards and getting 3 tutties. Then Jackson Dart, like we're talking about, rookie sensation. I mean, a lot of juice and. They let it loose. I mean, it just unfortunately defense couldn't stop anything in the fourth quarter. But he did have a rushing touchdown and 11 yards rushing, and then 15 for 33 for 283 and 3 touchdowns. Stafford, they're against Jacksonville in that 35-7 route, getting 27 points off of 182 yards and 5 touchdowns. Definitely, I think 5 touchdowns is the most we've seen this year so far.
And none of them, not one of his freaking 21 of 33 attempts went to Tutu Atwell.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I spot started him this week.
Right?
Instead of Tez Johnson because of Buka and Mike Evans are probably going to be back.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. We got to talk about Evans here in a bit, but finishing out finishing the quarterbacks out, you got Patrick Mahomes getting 28 rushing yards. Still, up there, but actually, I think Pacheco and the others, Brashard Smith, were the pickup. They're actually taking care of that running load there. But he had 26 attempts for 286 yards, 3 touchdowns. Then you got the boy Flacco.
Yeah.
Getting 26 points.
Something about Flacco.
31 attempts off of 242 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna hit it? I was waiting for you to hit it.
Oh, I was
Something
hitting
about Flacco.
Yeah. Here we go. And then also we got Rodgers coming in, 25 in that losing effort. But it really was a good game, though, there at the end of it. But, then Hurts, 24. He didn't do it on the ground, guys. He got negative 10 rushing yards, but he did get 19 completions on 23 attempts for 326 yards and 3 touchdowns. We're going to talk more about the Eagles when we get to the wide receivers. But and Dak Prescott, another good showing, 23 points off of 264 yards, 3 touchdowns. Welcome back, CeeDee Lamb, which we'll talk about him. Drake May, this is a big one right here too, being consistent, getting 222 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then Indiana Jones, getting 22 points off 288 yards and 2 tutties. That list went off. That was 2 of the Jones was just outside the top 10, but for those in the top 10, who stands out to you, and then also maybe who are we missing?
Well, we're going to be missing Baker, which he's been in the top 10 all season. Yeah. Jared Goff is always with it. Now Sam Darnold and CJ Stroud are playing right now. So I doubt CJ's hardly cracked the top 10. I think maybe once he finally did it. But Sam's been very consistent all season. Obviously, Josh Allen didn't play, so he got that going. But to me, what sticks out is this is the oldest top 10 list.
Yeah. Holy crap.
Because you got Stafford, he's like 35. Rodgers, and they're 81 combined with Flacco. And then Dak Prescott's been in the league for a decade. And I swear to you, Bo Nix was in college for 7 years. I thought he was 26 when he entered the league, but he's actually not.
That is right.
But no, that's
Stafford's 37, by the way.
Yeah, but Bo Nix, this is why I can't quit him, because he can do these things. Right. And they finally ran set run plays for him. And his legs are too good. You've got to get some, set run plays, and he had 2 rushing touchdowns. So, it was a great comeback. But yeah, Bo Nix, keep doing this, because I've had to stash a quarterback, and it's tough to figure out if I wanted to start Bo Nix or Matthew Stafford. Turns out, yes, was the answer, both of them. But
well, and RJ Harvey was finally relevant.
Yeah.
We can talk about him now because he's not going to show up anywhere else. But yeah. And then Sutton, it really kind of helped us in that dynasty, kind of coming in the clutch at the end. But man, just start the first quarter with it, man. Let's just see some good ball, throughout 4 quarters and not just the one. But man, that was absolutely electric. What was also electric was some of the running backs, man. Specifically talking about McCaffrey. We watched that game last night together, and was cussing at them too. But McCaffrey getting all the points, getting 39 off of 24 attempts for 129 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. And I guess only 7 receptions. I feel like he had every reception.
I'll get to Christian McCaffrey once we get done with this.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, off of 8 targets for 72 yards. Then Gibbs, kind of the same thing tonight. First half he had 20 rushing yards or something, or he was out scoring or had like a total yards more than the entire Bucks offense in the first half. It was gross and lost some of us, like myself, maybe 1 or 2 matches this weekend. But getting 37 points, 136 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground, and 3 receptions for 82 yards. And then JTT getting 34 off of 94 yards on the ground, 3 touchdowns, and 3 receptions for 38. It's almost like it's a trend. Like your top running backs aren't just running backs. Huh. But the guy who was just a running back and did it very well, Quinshon Judkins, rookie out of Cleveland, get 84 rushing yards, not a whole lot, but 3 touchdowns on the ground. And very thankful to have him in the league. And then our boy Bijan Robinson getting 40 rushing yards, 6 receptions for 52 yards and 1 touchdown. And then, sorry, I got to check back on the other. Yeah, okay, so Swift is on there. Yeah. I pulled the wrong ones earlier, so I had to remake all this. But yeah, Swift coming in at 21 points, 124 yards, and 1 rushing touchdown, 1 reception for 14 receiving yards. Jaylen Warren, welcome back, bud. Getting 5% of the snaps. We will talk more about that later on, but he did get 20 points, 127 yards on the ground, 4 receptions for 31 yards, no touchdowns. So, I mean, getting 20 points, no touchdowns, that's very promising, especially his first game back. Then Josh Jacobs getting 19. And Javonte Williams getting 19, and then Scatterbo 18. What do you think, man? Yeah, which of those?
Yep, he's here to stay. But let's get back to the other white guy, which is Christian McCaffrey. He would have still been in the top 3 without those 2 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
That's how stupid his numbers are.
Yeah,
he is a succubus, a leech. You have other people on your team,
dude. For real, Kittle didn't get shit in his first game back.
He apologized. Kittle did in his post game. He was like, hey, take it up with Mike. No,
Sorry to the fantasy owners.
Yeah, he was like, sorry to the fantasy owners. Like he was being sarcastic about it, but I mean, a win's a win. They're not going to give a crap.
But your Kendrick Bourne owner.
Kendrick Bourne, he only had 2. He only had 2 receptions.
Juwan Jennings.
Yeah, Juwan Jennings
actually had a pretty decent day.
He had a pretty decent day, but there was just a couple of you could tell he's still hampered. He's not 100%.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Christian McCaffrey, just every time you felt like you looked up, he was getting the ball somehow. I mean, he had as many receptions as Keenan Allen. 7 receptions is ridiculous for a running back. You're happy with 4, like tops. You're great with that. Not 7.
And I think even one of the reception touchdowns got called back.
Yeah.
Because I do remember seeing it, be like, are you kidding me? How he's getting receiving touchdowns, taking everything from our players. He's an absolute monster. The big question that looms in everybody's mind is, when is he going to get injured? Some are hoping for it. Others, it's just weary because that's just kind of been the McCaffrey experience. But he's back on top, man. I mean, he's number one running back on the season. So if you got to draft him late, awesome. If you're a 49ers fan, so you grabbed him way too early in the first round and took him from somebody who was planning on him being around the swing, like myself, fuck you. But also good grab, because he is definitely very well worth it. Getting more than the 101 that was in a lot of leagues this year.
Yeah. Update: Smith and Jigba just caught a touchdown from Sam Darnold on that. But
Great. I believe I'm playing against Jason.
Yeah. But a couple of guys I do want to highlight as well. You don't realize Christian McCaffrey is so consistent just because I don't know, he just does everything, and that's what he does. But this guy, Mr. Jonathan Taylor Thomas, 3 TDs in 3 games. Like, that's ridiculous. Yeah. What the Colts are doing is ridiculous. They're the best record in football now that the Bucs lost.
Mm-hmm. Right. It definitely is. Yeah, they were top of the AFC and the NFL. I mean, the argument's always been, well, they haven't really played too many people. Right. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure they just beat the Chargers, who beat the Chiefs, week 1. And I believe they also beat the Broncos.
Yes, that was that weird. They called him for leaping when the guy missed
Yeah,
the
that was
kick.
the field goal one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they also beat the Broncos. And the Broncos aren't too shabby. Not too much.
No.
Offense, they're going to get better, but defense, man,
Right.
solid. Yep.
Yeah. And the last one I want to get to,
Mhm.
I think if you have him, you are going to be happy at least for the next 3 games because they are utilizing DeAndre Swift these past 2 games.
Yep.
Right. Their head coach is showing why he was highly regarded, and people were saying and Caleb is still shaky. I think that's just what you have to live with at this point. But they're operating better, and they're realizing how to utilize his talents because really he's not good running inside. He's just not. He's better if you get him out in space. Jahmyr Gibbs has now become a complete monster because that's usually all he do. He couldn't really do anything in between the tackles. That's why you had Knuckles. But DeAndre Swift isn't there. Gibbs is, and why he's scary now. But he's playing the Ravens, the Bengals, and the Giants next. And the Giants can give up points all in one quarter. The Ravens are the worst defense in the league by far, and the Bengals are terrible too. Like you're talking about bottom feeders. Like you're talking 26 to 32nd in the league. So DeAndre Swift, as long as they don't try and overcomplicate shit for the next 3 weeks, DeAndre Swift should be a very, very, very fun number 2 running back. Probably the number 1, number 2 running back in the league as far as how they tiered going into the season.
Yeah, no, I like that, man. Giff in the chat says if you're a running back and you face the Dolphins defense, you will have a big game. Anybody playing the Dolphins right now who are an absolute shambles. Surprising. We haven't heard the news yet of McDaniel being fired, but it feels like that's inevitable. Pretty much the Dolphins and the Titans target the shit out of them.
Right.
But who also gets targeted quite a bit? That's our wide receivers. Yeah. That's right, because the top 10 wide receivers, we're going to run through it pretty quick. Got Jamar Chase getting 38, Devontae Smith getting 33, Keenan Allen getting 29 off of those 14 targets. A.J. Brown getting 28, Christian Olave 27, Devontae Adams, welcome back to the top 10, big dog, getting 27 in the absence of Puka Nacua. And then some guy named Javier Leger getting 24 points.
Coolest dude in football.
Yeah. And then Travis Hunter, welcome to the top 10. Welcome to the league, getting his first touchdown off of a 101-yard performance. And then Rashid Rice, baby, welcome back from suspension. And CeeDee Lamb, welcome back from injury. Buddy, it was a good weekend for us, for the Chiefs and the Cowboys. God, it just feels good to have the family back again.
Yeah, and it also feels good when my boy has his head on straight. Yeah. He's a beast, and he's not even on our top 10 list. That's just because CD had the long touchdown. But George Pickens is a problem. With the way Dak Prescott is playing, and if Dak Prescott, listen to me, Nick Wright, if Dak Prescott isn't number 2 on your Mahomes Mountain, I call foul. I call foul. Dak Prescott.
That he's better than.
He's playing better than. He's playing better than Daniel Jones. He's playing better than Josh Allen. He's playing better than Lamar. He's not playing better than Patrick because it's Mahomes Mountain. No, I think Dak Prescott is playing. He should be top 3 in MVP voting right now, especially after what Baker did. I don't care. The Dallas is coming out of me. We win a game. I don't get very many of these.
Oh man, I mean, we're done talking about running backs, but there's some running backs in the MVP conversation for sure. Yes, and I think Wednesday they're on a wrap it up. We're gonna be talking about that, baby. We'll have Soul back in the States. But Dak is making an impact on his wide receivers, which is Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. But you also had Hurt had a pretty big impact on his wide receivers. A.J. Brown, seemingly like he just came back from injury because it didn't do anything really much of the whole season. And then all of a sudden just explodes in this one, getting 2 touchdowns, 121 receiving yards. But he was not the big deal. It was Devontae Smith getting 183 yards and 1 touchdown, getting 9 receptions on that. So scoring people, 30 plus points, absolutely incredible. I mean, it was a really good weekend for wide receivers. Running backs, not so much, unless you had a handful, but did have some major duds. But the wide receivers, and it seems like some of these rooms, both people are getting fed. Philadelphia, the Cowboys, and then also even really the Chiefs kind of feeding the ball. I mean, Rashee Rice got quite a bit, but Worthy, I believe, was pretty serviceable as well this week. But anything else wide receivers, man?
Xavier Legette, even though he is the coolest guy in the NFL, he's on the Panthers. Now, tune in to wrap it up. I will go into the story about the podcast for the Panthers named the Outmix and how they stopped doing their podcast, and ever since then they went on a winning streak, and they look competent. So tune into that while I get into that story. But Xavier Legette has been playing better now.
Meow.
Right. Meow. Xavier has been playing better. But Andy Dalton's in now as we get to the injuries. So it'll be interesting to see if they can keep it going. I doubt it. But the story here is Jamar Chase having a competent quarterback. It just shows you just how good he is. And, I mean, 23 targets, you better be good to get that many targets. And, Devontae Adams. People were saying, oh, he's lost a step. No. Just need to give him time with Stafford. They'll figure it out. And Travis Hunter. If he has this type of game, I wonder if this is the anomaly of figuring out how to use him. Because he was dead. People were like people were dropping Travis Hunter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He was playing splitting both ways, and in this match, I don't think he played snap as defender.
Yeah. Plus, I guess when the game got out of hand, they were just like, all right, Travis, just go in there and go off. Because, 14 targets, 8 receptions, 101 and 1. That's a solid outing for a number 1, number 2 receiver. So you just hope that those targets and those target shares keep going. Because don't get me started on Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah, right. We're not going to. But Chase, having an incredible day. Higgins, getting in the mix too, getting 22 points. So wide receivers, man. They're the hot commodity right now.
Yeah.
So might be talking about some trades. Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Rashee Rice.
Mm-hmm.
I hand up, guys, for all of you watching. Thank you for joining us. But I was trying about 2 to 3 weeks out when Patrick Mahomes started to sling the thing again. They look like that high caliber offense. And I'm like, I need to get Rashee Rice right now because they really couldn't establish number 1, but he was sharing the ball so much. I said, when Rashee Rice gets back, it's going to be a problem. Now, granted, it was against the Raiders, but it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, Raiders just can't get a good footing, but no. But like we talked about in pre-show, everybody looked smooth.
Mm-hmm.
They were firing on all cylinders. Basically just had like a paid practice with the Raiders, pretty much what it was. So we're excited though for that. Yep. Also excited because wide receivers were not the only ones catching touchdowns. Our tight ends were doing the same thing. And why is my listing look a little bit different? There we go. You got Gadsden, right? The rookie out of for the Chargers, coming from Syracuse, getting 29 points. Had 7 receptions for 164 yards and 1 touchdown. Then you had Trey McBride getting 29 off of 10 receptions for 74 yards and 2 tutties. Our boy's scoring this year, man.
He's scoring.
It's not every week, but at least week 14, waiting for that reception.
It helps when you have a better quarterback. Sorry. Go on.
Yeah, that's something we'll talk about later on too. Brisket's coming in and cooking. But Freiermuth got a little bit loose, boy. He got 28 points, 5 receptions for 111 reception yards and 2 touchdowns. Then you also got Ferguson.
Oh,
I got it.
Yeah,
no, you're good. You're good. I thought you were right on it.
No,
getting 22 points, 7 receptions for 29 yards, but 2 touchdowns. That's what matters there.
It's because he wore Dak Prescott's high school jersey. So he sucked up a little bit to Dak. So Dak was like, all right, I'll get you a couple. That's exactly what it was.
He must have done more than that because, I mean, he's gotten quite a bit of targets this year for sure. I mean, his high points being 14 against Chicago when he got 21.2 points. But since then, averaging right about 7 a game. But he's not the only one that actually showed up. Bellinger. Right, Daniel Bellinger, 25-year-old, playing for the New York Giants, getting 18 points, and I guarantee you, he's probably on your waiver wire. He got 3 receptions for 88 yards and 1 touchdown. Then our boy Tyler Warren, the rookie sensation, only scoring 17 points. What a putz!
What a putz!
Getting 4 receptions for 69 giggity yards and 1 touchdown. Then Tucker Kraft himself getting 17. Then we also got Theo Johnson, the other New York Giant, who was rostered in more teams than Bellinger is. He got 15 or 16 points himself and a tutty. Noah Fant himself got in the mix, getting a touchdown. Kyle Pitts. But also Pitts got knocked out of the top 10 because Cade Otton did get 14 points tonight. Did not get a touchdown. Unfortunately, had a fumble, but I don't think that counted against him. But he got 7 receptions for 65 yards. But on the graphic, Kyle Pitts, there in Atlanta, still a player, getting 13 off of 62 yards and 7 receptions, man. Tight ends. Who knew? They're a thing.
This was a good week for tight ends because you always say, like, and you're hunting. If you don't hunt for touchdowns, it's even a bonus, and that's where you target them. Trey McBride. Tyler Warren. I know he only got like 5 targets in this game, but everyone was a lot of yak and things of that nature. So, Tyler Warren. But Jake Ferguson is probably the steal of all the tight ends because he might have been taken around where like Kraft and Warren went. So
he went 10th round in our draft,
right? So and I know Warren went right around 8th or 9th, 7th, like an average. And Kraft was right around there. But I mean, still great values for all 3. But I'm pretty sure Ferguson was looked at more of like he's either getting a touchdown or he's not. Where Tucker Kraft and Warren, you knew were the hype of Warren and what was coming out of camp, and then Tucker Kraft. But shout out to those 3 guys. They've been showing out this year.
Yeah, Laporta and McBride going in the 3rd round in our league. I believe Warren was the 5th or 7th round. But then, Fergie being the 10th. Just kind of the little unsung hero. But he is definitely in the forefront on the year. 120 points. Perfect drop right there, bud. And then Trey McBride comes right behind at 113. Then Tyler Warren at 102. And then you got another drop off. 20 points goes to Goddard, Kelsey, Kraft. Another 10 points. Then it's Henry, Ertz, Laporta, Fannin, our boy Kincaid. No,
he's been hurt and he didn't, and he's by this week. He's going to be back at it, guys. I'm telling you, he's going to get 2.5 targets and a half target as a touchdown. Book
better. Fucking better, dude. He better.
Book it. He had
gonna hold you to it.
Did you watch the Bills game last week? He had no one to throw to.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. But yeah, man, that is it for the top 10. Anything you have any notes before we move on, man?
No. Put a pin in the whole 2 Giants tight ends. We'll get over them when we get to the waivers. There's some data to back up, but there's also a 50-50 type of thing there. So.
What is that? Oh, sorry. I had to refresh.
Starting to get goosebumps.
Because I had to get some news and I had to get some updates. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. News and updates. This is the segment where we just kind of take a look across the league. Injuries, trades, acquisitions, injuries, more injuries, all the injuries, unfortunately. But Josh, man, what do you got for the fine folks?
Yeah, so news-wise, Tyler Lockett asked and received his release from the Titans, and teams can sign him on Wednesday. So deep leagues, dynasty leagues, he might be out there on the waiver wire, or he might just be stashed on your team. If that's a deep league, you should not be targeting Tyler Lockett, depending on where he goes. It's in desperate need of a number 2. I mean, he's Tyler Lockett. I don't care if he's 45 years old. Speaking about 45 years old, Tyrod Taylor could be starting over Justin Fields. I know we had something in the chat here was talking about, or should I try Justin Fields instead? What was the original question?
Thank you for the trade.
You should not go with Justin Fields. Thank you for joining us, Hound House. Great name, good picture. But no, Justin Fields, if you haven't noticed, I know it's some garbage time stuff, but they put it. He doesn't know. Tyrod Taylor might be playing next week, but that Jets team is a dumpster fire. And Garrett Wilson is Teflon, but he's hurt. So
yeah,
I know that's a kind of productive statement, but anyway, for injuries, Jaden Daniels got hurt against the Cowboys. Now X-rays did come back negative on like worst case scenarios, but he's probably not going to play next week with that hamstring injury. Mike Evans was like the grandpa from the Simpsons gif where he was in the game and then he was out. He carted back, I think, for concussion as well. So hopefully he gets better there. That 1,000-yard receiving season is looking like it's going to come to an end for old Mike Evans, which I thought it might not happen this year, but there you go. Kyler Murray's status is to be decided, not just because, I mean, he's hurt, but also Brissett's playing well, so who knows? He's not winning, though, so they'll probably put Kyler back in. Ricky Pearsall, he's still to be decided if he's going to play. My boy Brock Bowers, I'll never give up on you. He's on track for week 9, though, so for all the people stashing him, don't drop him yet. I'll never quit. And then Waller Njoku listed as day-to-day. And then Bryce Young, as we alluded to earlier, left the game with a shoulder injury. Probably not going to play next week. I mean, he's a quarterback unless it's his non-throwing shoulder. And still, I am not a doctor. It's probably, I don't know how much it hurts, but it can't be fun.
That's not like a doctorate behind you?
No.
Oh.
I wish it was.
My bad. Yeah.
No. But no.
So I shouldn't have sent you pictures of that rash. My bad, dog. I like that. Dalton looked rough whenever he came in, but
he did.
But definitely, I mean, that could help out some of the backups. And that's where, I mean, I'm sure you got a wild card for us today. So I was trying to think of some ideas, and they might do this next week, but basically just kind of looking at the backups and those relationships, because you can see a lot of that. Whenever someone comes in and fills in, you're going to see your second, your third, maybe your fourth wide receiver get a little bit of a pop, because that's who they have the chemistry with. That's who they've been working on in practice and everything. The Jaden Daniels of it all absolutely broke my heart, broke my game, because I put him in against the Cowboys instead of Patrick Mahomes, thinking that the Chiefs were going to have a little bit of a match there. But I mean, how can you not target the Dallas defense? Unfortunately, they were a little bit too tough, and Jaden was not, because he only got me 17 points before getting carted out. But
it's just when Dallas held Washington to 20, I was like, "Woohoo! Good job, defense!" I'm like, "You held them to 20." Like,
yeah, right.
Good
job. You weren't the worst.
No, you weren't the worst. But Jaden Daniels is having the sophomore slump. What CJ now he still looks miles ahead of what CJ Stroud's sophomore slump was. Like you can still tell Jaden Daniels got it, but he doesn't have his number one receiver who held out and still hurt. Debo was out, like he really had no one to throw to, and so he had to put on the Superman cape, and unfortunately, he just took a bad tackle, and here we are back on the shelf again. But at least it's not terrible, but. It sucks for old Jaden Daniels. Good news is you got Patrick Mahomes. So,
yep. No, we're good there. Come on, I need Stroud. God, you got a safety.
No, they took that back. They didn't call it a safety.
Literally just saw the referees hold up the safety.
Oh no, it was early in the game that he should have had a safety as well. I didn't look over.
Okay, unless they're doing a replay, it might be at halftime. No, it's not. It shouldn't be at halftime. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. Come on, Stroud, we need you, dog.
Yeah.
We need you. Nico Collins needs you, and I need Nico Collins desperately right now. Yeah, sorry, just taking a look at all of my teams, and I hate it. I hate it, man. I hate this week. It sucks. I'm in desperate need of just some good news. I'm in desperate need of just something, I don't know, maybe just a little bit wild. Right?
I'm not gonna do what everyone thinks I'm gonna do. Flip out.
Yep. Nah, I'm gonna do it. I'm the juggernaut, bitch.
Wild card, bitches.
That's right. We are in the wild card. This is the segment where basically we just kind of get to kind of take a step back and do whatever we want. And what we always want to do is bring you some kind of kernel, some kind of nugget of information that's not just going to help you out this week, but it's going to help you throughout your fantasy career. So Josh, man, what do we have for the fine folks tonight?
It's a bipocalypse coming up, ladies and gentlemen. We kind of hinted at it all throughout the season, but this is the bipocalypse coming up, which means that you have the most teams on bye, at least for right now. And so you have the Cardinals, Lions, Jaguars, Raiders, Rams, and Seahawks all on bye. So you're going to freak out. People are going, if they're paying attention to the league, which they should, there's no reason to not pay attention to the league if you're in fantasy football, but you do what you got to do. But there's a lot of people that are going to be on byes. And you also have a lot of injuries going on this year. It doesn't feel like more than the other, but this just happens. So you either have to start trading right now, or you should have traded 2 weeks ago. The best one is trade 2 weeks prior to that bipocalypse to try and sell, to buy low. Buy high or sell low, all that you want to do. You should have done it 2 weeks ago. So basically this week, just target the best that you can, but do not overcompensate by dropping good, solid players just because they're on bye. I feel like that's elementary, but I still want to say it out loud. Also, sometimes if you cannot field a roster, but you like your team and you think it's a championship caliber team, take an L. It sucks. I hate saying that. That's why it's just screw it, because you lose the battle now, but you're going to win the war. When it comes to that. So when it's a bipocalypse, as we've been kind of doing, especially when you've got a lot of players hurt and injured like mine are, and some Tvshkas.
I'm not gonna do what everyone thinks I'm gonna do.
Bro, my whole freaking bench.
Flip out, man.
Right. So just don't freak out. It will be fine. Look at the glass half full. I don't like losing as much as everyone else, but I like winning more games if I don't do something stupid.
Yeah, no, and speaking of the buys, so this week we had the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. A little bit of a soft hit there, but we do get those players back, luckily. But then week 8, we got the Cardinals, Lions, Jaguars, Raiders, Rams, and Seahawks. Then week 9, we've got the Browns, Jets, Eagles, Buccaneers, and then week 10, Bengals, Cowboys, Chiefs, Titans. So, yeah, so that's where, honestly, that week right there, that's kind of the ones I'm going to really kind of target. You can do Buccaneers as well.
Right.
But, I mean, I'm looking at Chiefs. I'm looking at Cowboys, Bengals, some good wide receiver options, wide receiver 2s, because nobody's in the right mind is going to give up a 1. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt real bad. And
it is.
I'm already expecting week 12 to just be a loss for one of my teams.
There's after every draft that I do, me and my buddy just sit there and go, all right, look, well, don't mind taking that L in week 13.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because when people who study buys, unless you're in a weird league where you have to, start like I'm in a weird league where you can't. There's only like a redraft every 4 weeks, and you don't drop anyone. So if your kickers, like we draft 2 kickers and 2 defenses, like if both defenses are on a bye, you're probably going to waste value when you're like at another player draft. So that's like the only time it sucks. But most of the time, if you really like the defense, go ahead. Green Bay, I picked up Green Bay because everyone else dropped them when Green Bay was on the heater. If their defense and kickers, Brandon Aubrey, I might have a think about, but that's it. When it comes, that's what I mean by don't do something stupid and like drop a guy for if you like your kicker better. It sometimes can make sense, but in the scheme of things, it doesn't. Just you can pick them right back up the next week.
Yeah. I mean, unless you got some vultures out there like me, I'm definitely gonna be trying to snag up some people. We were talking off screen about some of the ones we saw. But we will get more into the waiver section. But hey, man, anything else for the fine people that back home in the house?
No. But Henry just jumped in here. Would you trade Tyler Warren, T. Higgins, and Monty for Saquon, Pitts, and Diggs? Yeah, because it's Saquon.
Yeah,
and Saquon is the best of all of them. And Pitts and Diggs are viable enough because T and Diggs, Diggs has a solid quarterback. Like he has that.
And he can have good games. Last week got 22 points or something?
Yeah. And Pitts does get his targets. So the upside and the floor of Saquon totally puts that trade into where Pitts and Diggs could probably give you the same value as Tyler Warren and T. Higgins. So I would definitely trade that for the Saquon factor. And they're not gaining anything and you're not gaining anything with Pitts and Diggs. And
I like that. Yeah, I appreciate you, Henry. And we also had one earlier that we kind of skimmed over. Wanted to wait until we could get to it. The Hound House. I said, should I trade DeAndre Swift and Jackson Dart for CJ Stroud and Ashton Genty?
No.
Yeah, Swift coming in with that good week. Dart on a little bit of a tear. You got CJ Stroud in his 3rd year. Ashton Genty just had that bad week. Still say no?
No. Ashton Genty, it's not him. It's the offensive line and the team around him, and I knew it was going to be an uphill climb against the Chiefs because they were going to put they're going to put him in a blender, and they did. Right now, this might be, what have you done for me lately? But Jackson Dart and DeAndre Swift, at least Jackson Dart. I don't question Jackson Dart and him running the ball as much. CJ Stroud he doesn't run the ball. Like Jackson Dart goes headfirst into it. He's always gets banged up one play and they have to come out 2 weeks in a row. Like I would him and Bo Scadaboo, they are going to have the greatest short career if they keep doing what they're doing. Jackson can switch it up. Bo can't. But DeAndre, ride the heater. Like I just don't list it out. Like I've got 3 weeks. I know DeAndre Swift is going to go up against bad defenses, and Ben Johnson is starting to figure out how to utilize them. Now, could teams figure it out? Sure, but 2 weeks in a row, yes, it was the Saints, but they also have 3 bad defenses coming up too. So, I would do it. Surprisingly.
Yeah, no, I like that. And do like you being in the chat, Hound House. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Definitely leave some more comments as we go along. What is going on here, Giff? Are tight ends alive and well in fantasy football this week?
This week they are.
This week they are. We'll see what happens next week. Kind of seems like an uphill climb. Clear as mud, basically. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, appreciate you. All right, man. Oh gosh, it's waiver time. I maybe just got to stretch my arm or something. Because say goodbye to people. This is the waiver wire. That's my best Tom Hanks laugh.
Okay, I can kind of hear it now.
Yeah. This is the waiver section, everybody. This is where we kind of do a deep dive into what's available in our combined leagues, really. And but let us know in the chat if you got some people that you're talking about, like as far as dropping for candidates. Again, talking about the buys, there's not a whole lot of people you just really want to drop.
No,
because you should have that value at this point. But but yeah, man, what are some waivers that you're looking at this week?
So, Godston for the Chargers should be picked up. I think he's definitely the one that you should go to for that, because he had 9 targets. Now, granted, it was a weird game because they were always playing from behind, but Keenan Allen. So you had to get game script with the fact that they couldn't run the ball as much less since they don't have Amari and Hampton. Like they're not as good as, like, that offensive line's not that great. So I would be looking at him. Now, the big question mark is what Bellinger did a fluke or a trend? And it's hard to tell. I would just look at it because his teammate got more targets than he did. He just did more with the catches he had. So he just gained a little bit more yards. But I would definitely, of the tight ends that are available, if for some reason if Freiermuth is there, the thing with Freiermuth is he got Luth, but so do the rest of his tight ends. So as long as they spread the ball out to their 17 tight ends, forget that DK Metcalf is on their team, then Freiermuth is a good pickup. I just thought that was crazy. Like 3 tight ends had a touchdown.
Yeah. I mean, and I didn't hear anything about it being tight ends day. So that's kind of the weird part.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I like that too. And with the tight ends, you also got Fan and you got Barner. That are some options.
Yeah.
For me, I'm really looking at quarterbacks because, for one, my guy got injured, but we're also coming into the apocalypse. And Joe Flacco seems to be a pretty good pickup, guys. He plays the Jets week 8, and that is when you got quite a bit of quarterbacks, specifically some of the ones I have. You got Darnold out. You got the Seahawks, Rams, Raiders, Jaguars, Lions, and Cardinals, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's quite a bit of quarterbacks. He'd be a good pickup. Plus, that following week, he does play the Bears. And that week, you got the Browns, Jets, Eagles, and Buccaneers on bye. And then Trevor Lawrence, he is on a bye week this week. So that's where you might see some people dropping him. And then he gets to go and play the Raiders in week 9.
I can't do it.
The Raiders.
Yeah. But
you don't go deep. You go and tighten. Yeah.
He's got to get the guttural. It's like right there. But yeah. I tell you who I am not targeting.
The goddamn Jets.
Oof.
So it's just, we were trying to, that's how bad they are. We can't even find a reason to do that drop.
Yeah. I mean, I could target the defense.
Yeah. I guess. I mean, if you're that by apocalypse, you need a quarterback, I guess you can take a flyer on Tyrod Taylor. I'm not happy about it because Garrett Wilson's not on his team right now. If Garrett Wilson was there, it's a totally different situation because that dude is ridiculous. But yeah, Joe Flacco is basically the quarterback that I would look at there. And surprisingly enough, people, if Chase Brown is still on your waivers, pick him up.
Yep, going into the running backs. He was in some people's leagues. It's been weird.
Yep.
But you got Chase Brown. There's a couple of rookies I kind of want to highlight: Kyle Monange and Brashard Smith.
Shout out to our 5th round rookie draft.
Dude, right? Right? Come on,
I literally was like, Tvshka, what do you think about this guy? He goes, he's like, I don't know. I was like, he's on the Chiefs. He goes, yeah, let's pick him up.
I'm pretty sure that conversation went a little bit different.
Yeah, you told me all about him, actually. I was like, all right, Brashard Smith, what do you know about him? He's a Chief. And you were like, oh, yeah, he's this. And I was like, okay, we'll pick him up.
Because he actually looked good in training camp and was getting juice. Yeah. But no, definitely be looking at those guys. And then, I mean, Monange with the Browns. Oh, no, sorry, not the Browns, the Bears. That's the one because then you got DeAndre Swift, right? Mm-hmm. So are they going to eat into each other's production? I mean, you could say the same thing for both Shard Smith and Pacheco, but it definitely looks like Smith is getting more of the receptions. What are you thinking about like a Monangai and Swift situation?
He's definitely a good stash for sure. Like, I mean, if you've been waiting for, like, if you haven't dropped him already, like Tootin should be dropped for Monangai because at least he's showing something because he's a change of pace. Whereas Tootin and ETN are basically the same back. ETN is just a little bit bigger, but you really haven't gotten much out of that. So Monangai is definitely something I would stash just to see if he gets to that knuckles of what Montgomery does. Now, granted, sometimes Sonic just goes off and the other one doesn't. But typically, either person is not mad that they have either Jahmyr Gibbs or David Montgomery on their team because they're such a good put-in play. And Monangai, if he can be that, value and running backs are so hard to find. Then yes, drop Tootin, drop Ollie Gordon, drop all those guys that just haven't done anything, and pick up Monangai.
Yep. Haven't done anything like Charbonnet. God dang it, guy! Come on.
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah. But I feel I would be worried more. Speaking about that, if you brought that up, I'll be more worried about Ken Bone Walker owners than I would be about Charbonnet because Charbonnet is still doing what his value was, and that's why I kind of stayed away a little bit from Ken Walker, even though I've always liked him coming out of Michigan State. It's worked very rare compared to what Charbonnet's getting.
Yeah, I need something, man. I need a win. I need a gosh dang win. That's kind of running backs, wide receivers. Yeah, Javier Leggett, and then Shamir Dyke, one of the rookies there. I believe with Titans. Is that right?
Yeah, it was a Titans. It's a Titans thing.
Yeah. Do you trust anything with the Titans?
No.
Yeah.
No, not at all. It was sad. It was sad watching those highlights. So yeah, they're terrible. Xavier, like I said, or like we were talking about earlier in the show, he's the coolest guy in football, which doesn't get him any fancy points, but I just thought I'd like to say it. And but he's also this is his best game he's had that I can remember for a while. And if Andy Dalton gets the reins, then yeah, like Tvshka was saying earlier, like sometimes the backups get more reps with the number 2 as the number 1, and so they get a little bit more chemistry there. So yeah, he's definitely worth a drop, a pickup start.
Yeah, no, I like that. And before we jump out of this section, man, some kickers and defenses. We are in the bye-apocalypse, approaching it, fast approaching. And so some kickers that I am eyeing are Evan McPherson, mainly because of the Flacco effect.
Yeah,
because they are actually getting within range, playing somewhat competent football, and there's still the Bengals, so they're not going to win every match, but they're going to be in contention, which means that they're going to be really kicking a little bit more just to get points. And then Jake Moody is another one. Shamed 49ers kicker, right? Can kick the ball. And he has had 2 weeks straight of 14-plus point games. And in week 8, they get to go play the Ravens. So that should be a pretty good affair for them there. Any kickers that you're looking at, man? Or
no, just McPherson. Because everyone else, it's like it's just sure. Right. Do they play a team that they're off get to the 45? Because these kickers, like Brandon Aubrey, 61-yarder yesterday. It's gotten to the point now. It's like, oh yeah, cool. Like we're golf clapping for 61-yarders. Like
yeah, like it's nothing.
It shouldn't be routine. But these kickers are getting ridiculous because it's Brandon Aubrey just makes it look easy, but all the kickers are doing it.
Yeah. There was God bless. There were some new kickers that kind of popped into the mix. But yeah, it was kind of the same thing. Like they've only played 2 games and it was like they're already knocking them back.
Yeah. I mean, the Packers kicker, even though I am shaking.
That's what it was. Thank you.
Jordan Love. Yeah, because McManus got hurt. So he was they got him. So yeah, I mean you can pick up the Packers kicker for sure. But Jordan Love, he's weird. And that Packers offense, it's just it should be better than what it is. But whatever. But yeah, the Packers kicker, since McPherson's hurt.
Yep. And then for defenses, I mean, it's a little bit of an odd one because they had promise early on. They haven't really shown to have that great of a defense, but the Atlanta Falcons.
Yep.
They are going to be playing the Dolphins week 8. And I feel like we could probably defend the Dolphins at this point.
Yeah.
With how bad they're playing. And but then the other one is doing well and was on people's teams. Jacksonville Jaguars. They have been jumping in and out of the waivers, but they get to play the Raiders in week 9. And so and target them because week 8 is their bye week, so they might be dropping into the waivers.
Yeah.
Anything else on waiver wires, man?
Oh no, pick up Dallas. They had a pick 6. Oh no, no, don't do that. But yeah, pick 6 is a pick 6. Try it out to Deron Bland.
Hey, if you know something we don't, man, let us know.
I
Let us
don't.
freaking know.
I think our defense played a little bit better without Trayvon Diggs. It was kind of weird. But
Yeah,
I don't know. Our defense, like I said, our defense still wasn't like, oh my God, we're so good. No, we're
Well, maybe it's time for some other people to get opportunities to prove themselves.
What I saw tonight, if the Detroit Lions are available, I would pick them up.
Yeah,
because they shut down Baker.
Yep, the Baconeers.
The Baconeers, which no team has done. And Seattle's a really good defense, and they couldn't do it.
Yeah,
so now, granted, they're hurt because Ibuka wasn't 100%, Godwin and Mike Evans, but they were winning even without Mike Evans and Godwin. Now Ibuka was that guy.
But you talk about hurt, the Lions are hurt. Like half their defense is out. They had 3 new linemen. They had some cornerbacks going out. So yeah, I mean, if they're injured and playing that well, I'm excited to see what happens when they start getting some of the other pieces back.
Right.
Because then not only do they have a little bit more of that kind of metal tested with their second or third strings, then they just got that depth. Where if someone does get injured, kind of when it comes to playoff season, 14, 15, whichever week that kind of starts for you all. I like that. I really like that pickup, especially after what we've seen tonight. It just, just biting kneecaps, man. Biting freaking kneecaps.
Tell you what, man.
Tell me about it, man. What are you going to do, man?
Right. But you're
going to light them up? Yeah, man. It might just be like I can barely open my eyes because I'm a little bit too high. I am, but everybody, it's 4th and 20. Yeah, that's right. It's 4th and 20. 4th and 20. This is the segment where we kind of get to take a look at a situational question of on your team. If it's 4th and 20, what are you going to do? And so the 3 options are punt, pass, or kick. Right? Punt meaning that you're basically just going to defer. You're going to bench the person. You're going to kind of sit them out. You're not really going to do any action. Pass. Meaning that you're going to take a little bit of a long shot. Maybe it's not the best. Maybe they're a little bit of nasty boys, right? As the fantasy footballers would say. But these are the ones that you're putting in and hoping that they hit because, that you need that win. And then for kick, it's the ones that you're looking to get rid of, right? Whether that's just straight out dropping them. Really at this point, it's trades. Got to get some good trades in this last week. Of players that I was just sick and tired of having. And so anyways, so that's 4th and 20. And if you have your punt pass kick, you can send it to us in the Discord. You can also put it in the chat below, and we'll definitely read it on screen. And for our Discord members, the link is in the Discord itself. So if you want to jump on screen, definitely follow that link. But Josh, let's start off with you, man. What is your punt pass kick for tonight?
So my punt, because I just need to see where they're going to be is Zay Flowers. I He obviously, if Lamar's not playing, it ain't going to work. That's basically the main thing. If Lamar's playing, then maybe. Now, getting to bipocalypses, he probably is going to be in your starting lineup. But if I had to choose over another receiver that's playing better, like an Ibuka or something like that, I'd pick Ibuka over that. Now, granted, Ibuka's been a top 10 receiver, but still. Let's go with that. Now, I will pass. He's arrived. Sunshine himself, Jackson Dart.
Hey, let's go.
If you stashed him, unless it's can't miss quarterback, right now, Jackson Dart is the way he runs the ball. He's going to kill himself, but he's going to be good for your fantasy team while he does it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I mean, you only need him for 1 year.
Yeah. That's basically it. It's basically it. And then kicking, it's that time. He held out, then he got hurt, and now people should be holding out on him. It's Terry McLaurin. Scared Terry. This is what happens, unfortunately, when certain players hold out. It just doesn't. They either push him. He probably pushed himself too much, got himself injured because he wasn't in game shape, didn't go through camp. I don't know. He's really good at what he does. It's just you see this all the time when certain players sit out and they just don't get the reps that they need to, and their bodies are not in the right form, and they try and push it too hard, and they get hurt. And then sometimes it works, but typically it doesn't.
Yeah. Who was it that last year did that?
Ayuk.
Higgins?
Ayuk.
Was it Ayuk? Yeah.
Yeah, and then he tore his ACL.
Yeah. Yeah, that sucks. It also really sucks whenever you trade for McLaurin.
Mm-hmm.
And then that happens. But yeah, no, I like that. Those are good. In the chat, we do have some questions, man. Fantasy football. Yeah, that's right, man. Smoker himself, good Taylor. But Bobby, the FP, asks, trade Chase Brown and AJ Brown to get Ibuka. Whew. Man. It is Ibuka, but he didn't look great today. You can tell he was still a little injured.
He still hobbles, but it was the Lions. So I think that's.
Could you not just do straight up AJ Brown?
AJ Brown for Ibuka? Like, I don't know. Why
AJ coming off of a hot game, Ibuka coming off of a bad one.
That's a sell, because you got that to get a more consistent Ibuka, because Mike Evans is hurt again. Like, he's gonna get his targets. Where what Eagles team is gonna show up? Is it gonna be the one that runs the ball, controls the clock, and then throws a deep ball, or is it gonna be the one that we saw that were able to make it work? I don't know.
Tush 5 times in a row.
No, the Tush, that type of Eagles team. So AJ Brown has been good 2 weeks so far that I can really remember. Where Ibuka is a top 5, top 10 receiver when he's healthy, and he's going to be the primary target right now going forward because Evans just got hurt and Godwin. He's dude. He tore everything in his leg. How he's still able to go out there and do reps, I do not know. But yeah, just see if you can do AJ Brown and Ibuka straight up. I would not trade Chase Brown.
Yeah, just like we were kind of talking off screen a little bit. Brown, I've had almost like a Gabe Davis relationship with him in some leagues, but coming into the bipocalypse time, you're going to need everybody you can of value, and that's someone that he's probably not going to win you your league, but he's going to get you 10 points. And really, right now, kind of with that resurgence from Flacco, it could look a little bit better too as long they build a little chemistry, maybe in that pass game. But yeah, that's a good question. And Ryan, there we go, bud.
Yeah,
it says punt is going to be Rico Dowdle. Are you reading my notes?
I know we keep going.
Pass is going to be Pacheco, right? Throwing him in, which I said last week. Pacheco put him in. He actually did have a serviceable game, getting a touchdown. With all the wide receivers starting now, kick Michael Carter. Right?
Yeah, because bam, got majority of the work against the Packers defense. So that's a sign that Michael Carter's probably not going to get anything, and DeMarcado is still in timeout.
Yeah. Did Carter get a little dinged up? I don't know why I thought he was questionable.
I know people were picking up Bam at the last minute.
Yeah.
So things were coming out of camp. either that he was getting the work, because I mean Bam did get some work the week prior, but Carter got the most, and I guess they realized they went a little bit more with Bam. So
and just to kind of bring some of the evidence to it for Carter, he didn't really play the first 3 weeks. Then he came in, get 18.3, and that was, I believe, after Benson got injured. Oh, that's what it was. Carter was the signing. He was the one that wasn't even on the team and got signed.
No, he was on the practice squad.
Or practice squad, yeah. And then he got signed. But yeah, then the Colts game, he got 8.4. Then this last week, got 5.6. They're on a bye week this week, so you're not really going to be able to play him anyways.
Right.
But yeah, if you're talking about kicking him, I don't know if we have an update on Benson as far as when we're going to get him back.
He's on IR, so at least
I know he's on my IR.
2 weeks. Too. At least another 2 weeks, I believe, or 1. I don't know. I guess it goes. I don't know how IR works. If it counts for the game or literally the week. I still don't know how it works in the NFL itself.
I imagine it's the week. I mean, that'd be weird if it's something that
it just so happens like
his last week, bye week or something. Yeah,
I mean, he's still not going to play, so it's whatever. I guess it's really excited to do it.
Looking like 2 weeks. This just came out yesterday, so so you got a couple more weeks. So they got that bye, and then looks like maybe Dallas be pushing it, so probably Seattle. But you also got Kyler Murray that's injured. So I'm hoping he comes back for the Dallas game because that'd be nice to have him there. But I mean, Brisket, man, he's been doing a pretty serviceable job with him.
Yeah. It's just the Trey McBride thing because Kyler was not throwing the ball very well to Trey McBride as far as like he was still doing fine, but he took a step up this week and last week.
Oh yeah,
when Brissett was the quarterback.
Yeah, and then Harrison getting out. So you got a lot of injuries there. So yeah, I mean you might see a little bit of an uptick, but I mean I don't blame you one bit. I've got Carter on one team, and he's just kind of just been riding my bench.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Bashir? But by the way, let us know how to say your name. Bashir VR. That's what I'm going to go with.
Yeah.
Didn't just win this week. I put the belt to the other teams. You know what? Hell yeah, dude. Let's go.
There you go.
Let's go,
there
man.
You go.
Get some wins.
You probably had Jahmyr Gibbs and Jamar Chase.
Oh, my God, right? Or JTT.
Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
JTT, guys. That's right.
Yeah. I got Gibbed. I got all the Gibbs on one league. And then I was just injured on others, man. So that's where, I mean, kind of going through for my punt pass kick was a little bit tough. So it's going to be kind of weak, but I'm not going to be punting Rico Dowdle, and I will tell you why here in a bit. But I will be punting Kenneth Gainwell. Warren is back, so Gainwell kind of needs to be benched. Warren really showed that he is the true number one and was getting, far more activity than, Gainwell even did whenever he was taken over. But, that rolled into the end zone.
No, it's a block kick. So
was it the block? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, coming in on halftime of the game. The Houston Texans, only 3 points. Come on, bud. God bless. And 14 for the Seahawks. I know JSN's at least got us a touchdown there.
JSN's got 5 receptions for 60 yards and a touchdown in the first half. So yeah.
Let's go. Loving that. But no, for Gainwell, don't just drop him. Keep him there. Because as we have seen already with Evans, with other players, as soon as they come back, they're getting injured again. And don't know what exactly that is. If them just pushing to come back sooner than they really need to. Like some certain Oklahoma players, Mateer. Probably should have sat another week out, bud.
Yeah, probably. He looked a lot better against South Carolina, but that's a different story.
Yeah. That's also South Carolina.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But my pass is actually going to be Rico Dowdle. That's not my punt. My pass is going to be him. And again, this is the long shot. It's 4th and 20. And I'm going off of my roster itself. And so looking at the situations, the Panthers are going to be playing the Bills defense. And they allow 5.8 carries per yard per carry. Sorry. And that's the most in the NFL. Now, yes, Hubbard is back and ate into Dowdle's production this week, but that's where it's just that long pass. I mean, I'm hunting for that touchdown. Get the 4 receptions, get the 50 yards, but get a touchdown. Because I mean, he was still getting some targets, this week. So that's just hopeful thinking. I mean, he's not going to be getting the 200-yard games like he did before. But hey, just give me a tutty, baby. So that's going to be my pass. And it's just because looking at my rosters, I got so many injuries in one league. That's actually our league, the Ruckus one. I have 4 out right now. And now I've got, I think, 1 or 2 kind of going on by. So I'm going to have to really kind of figure out what value can I work with. And Rico Dowdle's one of them. And I can't just not play him. I don't have that luxury this week. It would be great if you're in a situation where, Dowdle's an easy bench for you because you got other players. Awesome. Congratulations. That is just unfortunately not for me this week. But then my kick is going to be Hassan Haskins. Might be that you guys might be talking about the guy that you wanted to go over Vidal, over Haskins. Yeah, but we also didn't really know what they had. Nope. And last week Vidal was the one. And but now after 2 weeks, we can see that Vidal didn't really do that much production wise as far as the Chargers. The running backs really didn't get a whole lot of love. Their tight ends did. Their wide receivers did. Yeah. But I just believe that Haskins is a healthy scratch and the itch is done at this point. So that's where just kind of, again, looking at my situations, I need some space. And if, Haskins is not really, he's a long shot. He's not really bringing value. There's other people that are on waiver that I know will bring in more and be able to fill in those flex positions. Even if they get me, 5 or 8 points, it's, better than nothing. But yeah, so that's my punt pass kick, man.
Yeah. Rico,
which ones do you hate?
No, I don't hate them. I mean, Haskins, I took a chance and I figured it out just to go with Vidal, but I'm still not happy with Vidal. But I'm dropping Haskins like a, what. But with Rico Dowdle,
like a turd, drop it like a turd,
whatever you want to say, man.
I don't know.
But I'm dropping like a bad habit. That's what I was thinking of. But yeah, 1970, bringing it back. But Rico Dowdle, this week was weird because they were still trying to get Chuba going, and Chuba is the main back. Like Rico's not the guy, but you would think Rico has proven to earn himself a lot more work, but it's still going to lower in production. They're not going to just keep leaning on Rico, especially if Bryce Young is out. Like that could switch up the offense as well. But you can't not play Rico if he's playing with what he's done. Like he wasn't amazing this week, but you knew it wasn't going to be 30 and 30 like he was those first two.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. It was. I understood it was
damn Jets.
But they do at least are competent on the defensive line to an extent. But yeah, so Rico is a weird one.
Yep, that's a weird one. But had to go with that one. Yeah. And let's check the chats. I dropped Haskins to where I grabbed him. Yeah. Yep. I mean, it's hey, you've got, to me, I like having one roster spot that I can rotate out, where I don't feel tied to that. If they're injured, I just can't get rid of them or whatever, or feel like I'm locked. As far as movement wise. So that's where I like that one position where it's just trial and error. There we go. Basher or VR, sorry. My team is Patrick Mahomes for running backs. What? Oh, 4 running backs. I got Williams and from the Cowboys and Judkins wide receivers. Wide receivers is going to be Drake London. Sorry, your grammar's throwing me off. My edibles kicked in. Wide receivers are Drake London and Rice. That's some good ones right there. And flex this week is Adams. Devontae Adams, dude, that's a hell of a flex. But next week, I'm either going to put Higgins, I'm guessing, or Scatabo. Yeah, tight ends Kittle. Rough week, but he'll prove for you better for sure.
All right.
Kicker Brandon Mabry and Colts defense, man. What are you thinking?
For if you're gonna choose between T. Higgins and Cam Scatterbo, I mean, you're going with Cam Scatterbo. He's a running back. He gets his target. T. Higgins is number 2. Yes, it's a potent offense, and he probably will get touchdowns. But Cam Scatterbo is going to get his reps compared to the targets that T. Higgins is going to get. It just won't. I'd rather go with the lower floor than the potential higher ceiling. But I'll go with Cam all day on that. But that being said, they should mail you the trophy. It's a pretty damn good team.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. I was just checking on the bye weeks, just to make sure. But yeah, if you got Adams, definitely the Rams are going to be on the bye, so you can't play them. But yeah, loving it, man. You had a good week. Jake, what's up, Jake? What's going on, dog? My 1-6 team put up 170 in half PPR. I wanted to lose, but I am back in it. Why did you want to lose? What, for a good pick, or is it a dynasty league trying to get draft picks next year? I'm going
to Jake, just listen.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah, and it says it's going to be 2-5 because basically already won this week. Yeah, 170. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
If you're getting 170 and losing, that is one of the most aggravating things too, because you're just losing to the person that set the season record for most points. Yeah, just to be done on Saturdays. Okay.
Yeah.
Those bros. Yeah. I mean, it's a chore. I mean, fantasy football consumes quite a bit of attention. Even if you're not watching the games and studying the tape, you're getting notifications and looking and seeing what the injuries are. And okay, shit, now I got to put, this person on the bench and find somebody to put in just so I can have a full roster and not get ding points or, whatever it may be. But yeah, we get it, man. But come on, man. That's why we love it too. I mean, if it's family, give them Saturday. You have Saturday. Sunday's for you, man. Sunday's for you, dog.
Saturdays for the boys and Sundays for the bros. I don't freaking know. Come up with something. Saturdays for the boys, I know, but I don't know.
Yeah. For the toys? I
don't know. I just always use the whole thing of the reason church let out the time it does is just enough time to go watch kickoff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why a lot of people really like my church too, because we get out a little bit early.
Just in time. We got to make kickoff.
Yeah, you be the first one to lunch, and you can still make it back for kickoff.
Right.
But yeah, man. Anything else you got? I mean, we did it. That was a pretty quick episode.
Yeah. I mean, flew right by. But no, I mean, yeah, with the bipocalypses guys coming up, don't freak out. Okay, as we all say,
I'm not gonna do what everyone thinks I'm gonna do. Flip out, man.
Yeah, just don't do that. Don't tilt just because.
Yes. Dude, exactly. I need that on the shirt. That on the shirt.
Speaking about, shout out to Oregon. They are doing Grateful Dead themed jerseys,
man.
This Saturday. Yeah, it's going to be Grateful Dead themed. They actually have the numbers are tie-dye and the O is tie-dye, and then they have a dancing bear logo, but they're dancing ducks on the back of the helmet. And then they did do a logo with the Grateful Dead logo, but they put a Nike check in the lightning bolt. So it was pretty cool when it comes to that. So yeah, just showing you our age. But yes, Oregon is doing a Grateful Dead night, which doesn't surprise me with Phil Knight. He's always kind of a hippie.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, this week showed there are some separation, but there are some people that will have a bad week. It happens. Will that happen for Christian McCaffrey? Only when he's hurt, apparently. And also, I was sitting there.
Is Jahmyr Gibbs an asshole? Yeah, he is. He is.
Not really.
Whenever you play him, he is.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, if you have JTT, you're very happy. Now, do you need to have him score 3 touchdowns every game like he's kind of doing right now? No, but I love his consistency.
Yeah. So, well, what else you got for the folks? What do we got going on this
fine
week?
Folks at home. Wednesday night, as we've been alluding to during the show, we have Rev Sports wrap up everything else that happened on in the week of Wednesday to Wednesday. Shout out to the Toronto Blue Jays. They have beat the Seattle Mariners, so now it will be the Dodgers going up against the Blue Jays in the World Series. And we will mainly talk about how no one is talking about the greatest baseball performance ever.
Are we going to be cheering for Canada?
No comment.
Yeah.
But shout out to Shohei Ohtani, and we'll get to him on that show. That's
incredible.
We will talk about him. And then on Thursdays we have our Ruckus Wrestling, which is myself and Justin Toner, as we kind of go over everything that is in this week of wrestling. Obviously, with Monday Night Raw tonight, we had Wrestle Dream, AEW's pay-per-view over the weekend, and also all the shows and news that has come out of the weekend there. And then on Mondays, you get us back again. Yeah. Wrapping up the week that was of fantasy football, where we love have everyone here in the chat. Thank you so much for joining us. And we love answering all of your questions. Hopefully it helps. If we're wrong, that's fantasy football, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be right most of the time. Or we just like shooting the shit and love that you all joined us.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking of chat, Jake has one more. Had Dart, Judkins, Rice, McBride, and Aubrey. Forget the rest. I had Wilson and I thought Ibuka on injury. Rice is maybe bringing me back, baby. Hey, he is. But he's bringing the Chiefs back too. It's going to be glorious, and everybody's going to hate me. That's fine. As a Yankees fan, which you know about everybody hating you. Dodgers are the best. They would have smashed us anyway. Yeah, I mean it's inevitable.
Yeah, it's inevitable. The Dodgers are so good. They were like the Kansas City Chiefs, as I've alluded to before. As the Kansas City Chiefs fans always say, or Nick Wright, I think, coined the whole of the regular season is just our preseason. Then we actually play.
Yeah. I don't know. I know I've said that too. I'm not sure if it was influenced by him or not, but it's just, you could just see it in their body language too. Yeah. But this year we cannot fuck around. There's some serious people. There's some heavy hitters, and they're scoring points for us, and we hope they're scoring points for you. Hey, you folks have a fine evening. We'll see y'all. Enjoy the rest of the Seahawks, and hopefully the JSN experience. Come on, like Nico, score some goddamn points, bud. We need you.
No, he's back to Michigan.
Yeah. All right. Well, I hit that song. There we go. It took forever to load. We'll see. Going live. Yeah, we're going live. We'll see y'all. Y'all take it easy. Peace.